What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chiefs Chat. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about some NFL offseason transactions. Now, quite a few transactions have occurred up to this point. It's been crazy. You know, not only within the Chiefs organization, the entire NFL is experiencing quite a lot of change. Tom Brady's back from retirement after 6 weeks. Surprise, surprise. Aaron Rodgers signed a huge extension. Russell Wilson's a Bronco. Mitchell Trubisky signed with the Steelers. Quite a lot is going on. Carson Wentz got traded to the Commanders. It's been crazy. The Chargers traded for Khalil Mack, and they signed J.C. Jackson, so they are looking scary. You know, our AFC West rivals are really getting better. I mean, that's just what's going on. But I'm going to try to focus solely on what's going on within the Chiefs organization. Of course, there's so much more to consider. I mean, after all the crazy transactions that's been going on. But yeah, I really do want to focus on what's going on within the Chiefs organization, because that's really what's important. I mean, if we want to remain AFC West champions, we got to get better, because everybody else is. So we got to do the same. We got to do something, okay? And the first big transaction of this offseason for the Kansas City Chiefs was signing safety Justin Reid from the Texans. Fantastic player. And let me tell you, I am super pumped up about this signing. He's a fantastic player, very young, still only 25 years old, and he's got some experience under his belt, you know? And he's just a great player. I think he is the missing piece for this defense. I think he brings something to the table that we've needed on this defense for a few years now, and I think he's just a fantastic player. Now, what this means, okay, there's a pro and there's a con. Tyrann Mathieu is more than likely out the door. The Chiefs did not offer him a contract, and it's looking like Tyrann Mathieu is done with the Kansas City Chiefs, which is extremely unfortunate. Now, I was a huge advocate for re-signing Tyrann Mathieu. You know, this guy, he makes a fantastic impact. You know, I've seen it over the past few years. He is such a great player, and I'm really going to miss him. You know, I love him so much. He's just incredible. I mean, we have to pay respects for what he did for this team. Won us a Super Bowl. You know, he did some great things on that defense, and he really was, you know, the best player on a Super Bowl winning defense, and you got to give him credit for that. You just have to. Do I think Justin Reid will be able to fill the void? I'm not too sure, really. I'm just really not. I think Justin Reid's a good player, but Tyrann Mathieu is a top 5 safety in the NFL, in my opinion. If not, top 3. You know, if not, maybe even the best. You can make that argument. Tyrann Mathieu is a fantastic player. So do I think that Justin Reid is going to fill the void? I'm not too sure. You know, that's a good question. We're just going to have to see. And I think Justin Reid, out of all the free agents out there, I think he's the guy that we definitely needed. If we were going to get rid of Tyrann Mathieu, he's the guy who I really do feel the most confident about coming in here and making a good impact for the Chiefs. Now, we did lock him up for quite a few years. I'm pretty happy about that. We got him on a pretty cheap deal, honestly. It wasn't too bad. But this definitely 100% almost certainly means that Tyrann Mathieu will be moving on this offseason. It'll be so weird. It'll be strange seeing him in a different uniform. I've just, you know, I've absolutely loved watching him play in the red and yellow. And, you know, it's going to be upsetting. A lot of people are saying maybe the Ravens, you know. And really, in my mind, anybody but the AFC, honestly. I mean, the AFC is absolutely stacked at this point. If Tyrann Mathieu joins the Ravens, I mean, come on. I mean, we've been battling with the Ravens over the past few seasons. We already know they're a contender. Put Tyrann Mathieu on that team, that is scary. I mean, it's just, you know, I love Tyrann Mathieu, but don't do that to us, man. I mean, we've given you a Super Bowl. As much as you've done for us, we've done a lot for you. Now, please respect us. Go to the NFC, please. I mean, I do not want to see you on the Ravens. That would be horrible. But yeah, focusing on the Chiefs, we're getting our pieces back together. We're trying to figure out what to do. So in addition to signing Justin Reid, and obviously, you know, that probably means Tyrann Mathieu's out the door, we were able to restructure Frank Clark's contract, which is fantastic. You know, Frank Clark, he was making quite a lot of money, so really the plan for the Chiefs was, you know, we either got to trade Frank Clark, we either got to release him, or we got to restructure his contract, and we did just that. You know, Frank Clark, I think, is a guy who really does love the city. And for that, I love him. He's a fantastic player. He does some great things. But, I mean, if we're being honest, I do not think he was worth the price tag that was, you know, attached to his name. So we were able to kind of lower that and make it a little bit more worth it. And I do think Frank Clark is worth every single penny. He's a great player. Frank the Shark. I mean, this guy, Pro Bowl level player, was at the Pro Bowl last year and the year before that. He does some great things on the edge for the Chiefs, and I think that's really what we need. We need to make sure we're maintaining a good defensive line. Melvin Ingram is a guy who I want to see us bring back. Chris Jones, we all know, is fantastic at the defensive tackle spot. So really, if we do bring our guys back, I'm feeling really good about the defensive line. But the secondary is where we really need to focus on this Chiefs team. We got Justin Reid, which is fantastic, but now we have to fill the void of Chartavius Ward. He unfortunately signed with the 49ers. Now, that's tough, okay? But I will remind you guys, I was, as a matter of fact, an advocate for letting go of Chartavius Ward. I'm just not sold on the guy. I think he's a really solid overall player, and he got a big contract with the 49ers. I am super proud of him for that, super happy for Chartavius Ward. I mean, he's a great player overall, but I just feel like he didn't really fit within the scheme of what we wanted to do. And I did see him at times just lose focus. You know, that's what it seemed like to me. It just seemed like he was sloppy on a few plays, you know? And I think we need to bring in a fresh set of new legs. I just think that's what we need to do. I think we need different players on this defense, and it's looking like that's going to be the case. I mean, a lot of different things are going on within the defense. And, you know, as of right now, it is about 4 o'clock here on Tuesday afternoon, so I do not know what else has transpired. You know, you guys could be watching this a couple days from now, and we get another big free agent, and I just don't know about it. So as of right now, it is looking like we're going to have a very, very different looking defense, and you know, it's definitely on pace for that to happen. I think, you know, the cornerbacks definitely need to get somebody. We just absolutely have to. I think that's a necessity.